Hey, good afternoon, everyone. So this is the second day. So you're really not going to see much of a change in the plants. One thing I did notice though is one of my habaneros is starting to develop some flowers, some buds on it. I did notice these before, so this isn't because of the new method of growing these. But I was actually kind of surprised that they have not stunted or haven't fallen off because of the change. In most cases, the leaves are pretty firm. They're a little soft, so I attribute that to the change in the growing medium. Um, the ones where I noticed leaves the worst off was the 7-pot ATL. And again, I noticed some flowers starting to form on these. So, if I'm pretty confident it's going to do well. But again, I think it's the shock of going from one medium to another, rather roughly as well, which has caused them to do this. Here's another one. So this one actually isn't pretty bad. It's pretty firm, and as is this one is really firm. So the most challenging one, I guess, in the transplant was the 7-pot ATL red. So definitely learned a lot. Um, as I grow at the end of this season, so probably early next year, January, February, I will probably be using net pots, which I've ordered a whole bunch from a local company here in town. We'll probably go by there on the weekend and pick them up, and I'll show you what I've purchased. I had taken out my Carolina Reaper yesterday to harden a little bit, and actually did pretty well. It did get a little soft once it was outside, but I moved it into a bit of shade, and it's done really well. So hopefully I will transplant this out this weekend. And the plants that I did transplant out yesterday, my Butch Jolokia is actually doing pretty good. Was out there earlier today, and leaves have firmed up quite a bit, so it looks like it's slowly climatizing to it. Now, when I did mix that up in the soil, I added a little bit of manure to the bottom, and then some banana peels, which I had read is that adding some type of natural fertilizer, I guess, can really help the plants. And at the same time, when I transplanted that one, as I moved it into the pot, I added a little bit of fertilizer at the bottom to reduce the shock. And of course, once that was done, I drenched it in water just to make sure that it's got a good start. So I'll show you pictures of my outside gardening probably a little bit later this week, but just want to give you a quick one-day update. Everything is looking good. Nothing has died on me, which is great. The only other thing that I have been doing is I have been using this cheap little LED that I purchased. And its plants seem to like it, so I will continue using this.